Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Qualified Podcast. With me today, I have Olga Zaitsava with Olga's Home Clean. Thank you so much for joining me and sharing your story with everybody.
Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor to be here, and it's actually my first interview in English, and this is why it's really I'm pretty nervous, but
That's
I hope
okay.
this is gonna be fine.
You're going
Uh,
to do great. I know you will. So, give us a background on yourself. Where were you born and where did you grow up?
I was born in Belarus. It's a country in Eastern Europe, bordered by Russia, Ukraine, Poland, Lithuania. So we speak Russian, but it's a separate country. I know that not everyone know this country. Yeah, but it's absolutely separate from Russia. And and I was born in Gomel. It's the second largest city after the capital. But when I turned 18, I moved to the capital, Minsk, and to study at the university. And that's where my adulthood began. So I got my first job, I met my husband, I got married, and had my first child there. So it's beginning of my adulthood till 30, I think. Yeah, till 30. When I
Wonderful.
yeah.
What would you say is the best part of Belarus? Food, culture.
Yeah, it's pretty different from the US. It's a different part of the world, and it's really. I think our cities are pretty charming. So we have wide avenues where people always walk. So, and it's a big different compared to the America cities because where we need to drive to walk to the park. So in our country, we just walk everywhere. Yeah, and especially as food, it's a huge difference. It's tasty. It's more natural, less artificial ingredients, and I really miss food. It's here. It's absolutely different quality of the food, but it's a bigger choice, I think. But anyway, I miss some tastes. Yeah.
It's all around the world, everywhere. Different food, different types of food. The way it's made, the ingredients that go in it. But I would definitely say Europe has probably some of the cleanest food, and
Mm.
probably because of the regulations being so much stricter than the U.S.
Maybe yeah, it's they doesn't want to like save money to make less less more add more artificial ingredients and less quality oils and something like that. Yeah, it's maybe the technology is not that high like here. This is why it's closer to natural. But yeah, and but if we talk about Europe, it's anyway for me. It's um, bigger choice. It's more tasty, and I think it's because also I live in Florida. For me, it's not the more not too urban cities here, so we don't have fancy restaurants, and yeah, and maybe this is one reason it's not California.
Could be, definitely could be. You did mention that you went to university in Minsk. What did you study? What was your degree in?
I studied IT at university, and but to be honest, I didn't finish. I left on the last maybe course. It's a fee. I just needed to finish last exam, and that's it. But I decided that I don't want to give a diploma just to. It's it was kind of I felt that I don't do anything useful. I already worked and I have good experience, and I didn't understand why I need paper. Just for what? For my parents? For it's a useless subject at the rest of the course, and I didn't feel energy to finish this, and I didn't feel why I need to do this. Just that my parents said, you need to get this, but I don't need. If nobody care at work what is my degree, they only care about my knowledges and what I can do and my experience. And and I actually quit and didn't finish it. Maybe so. I really was pretty good student, but I decided that I don't want to finish it.
Same boat as you.
Really?
I didn't finish either. I didn't know, again, a little different reasons too, but the same thing. I personally didn't mind not having the degree. Was I doing it for my parents or what? So I understand how you feel with that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's not a big, it's not show what you actually can do, what who you are. So yeah, I try to focus on my work, on my experience, on my first business, and and I didn't want to do something useless.
Don't want to waste your time on something
Yeah,
that
yeah, I didn't want to waste
didn't
time.
matter.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Yeah.
when did you start your first business? Is this your first business or did you have another business before?
I had another business in Belarus, so we I worked as a business analyst at bank, then in at online tutoring startup. So, and one day when I worked at this startup, then the management decided to change everything, and they let most of the staff go, let go, and including me. So, and I, it's I feel this taste of freedom when you don't need to sit down at the office, and I so like this. So I have since that I have never back to the office work. And yeah, we started with my husband business from stretch. It was online store of Belarusian designers clothes. Clothing. And I was responsible most for technical, for website, for automatization the workflow, so for this part, and while my husband handled sales. So, and we have good partnership. And I'm pretty proud of myself that we did this. It's really from zero, from nothing. We had successful business there. Mhm.
So what was the reason for moving to the US?
It was kind of political reasons. So
Okay.
and we decided to change to start over here. And I always liked always when I was even child, I uh, dreamed about the US, and it always looks like something uh, unbelievable. So, but it's really. And I was happy when one day I was able to move here, and especially to Florida, where it's so wonderful weather and ocean, and it's absolutely it's a big, huge different from our country. Yeah, and I was happy to be there, and and I actually realized that I feel here like at home. It's really my home here.
That's wonderful. So when did you move?
It was in 2018, or 18, I
And
think.
then did you start the cleaning business right away or did you wait a little while?
Yeah, almost right away. I started my business. Not business. It was just individual cleaner. I used to work as I had two. earn money because we came here and uh, we had to close our business there. We didn't have income, and we had to work there to bring food. We already have one kid, so we need to pay for their daycare and so all bills. And I had to find work as soon as possible. And since my English was far from perfect, I couldn't find any qualified, like better work or something like that. And I actually even happy that I didn't choose to go to work for someone. And because I thought a lot about this, but I realized that inside I don't want to do this. I want to have this freedom to choose what I want to do, and how I want to spend my day, my schedule, to build my schedule by myself. And I didn't want to have control over me. Yeah. And cleaning was the easiest and the most effective way for me at that time. And I actually, you can imagine how it's different from what I experienced in my country when you are an office worker, businesswoman, and here I'm just a cleaner and just simple work. And so it was a huge difference, but it was interesting for me to do something. You don't need to work with your head, with your brain. You need to work by your hands, and your brain is always free. You can, I don't know, think about everything. And it was very interesting experience. And I really liked houses in the US. They are different from our, and I actually like this so much. I enjoyed to be part of. I enjoy to create something beautiful in my clients' houses. So, and I really enjoy this. It's desperate that it was a very tough job, but anyway, I enjoyed this new. Everything was new at school, like you.
Everything that from back home to here, it seems like a big change. Food is different. The weather
Yeah,
is different. The job that you do is
for me.
completely different.
Oh yeah, exactly. It's everything. It's even when I woke up first day, I thought, oh my gosh, even even toilet is different. Everything is different. Like everything is different. You're just in different world. Yes, you don't understand everything. Yeah, how it works. Everything here. So yeah, it was like no wallpaper. It's like all painted. all,
Was
Everything
it a
looks.
big shock, or were you kind of more like okay with it? Not such a big shock.
Uh, I visited the US a year ago, before we moved, so I knew what is it here. But for me anyway, when you came to different environment, it's like, oh my gosh, everything is new, and your brain is like, oh my gosh, where it doesn't feel enough safety, like everything is new, even nothing like you need to like everything. And it's quite unsafe for brain, I think, for me inside. But I handle maybe. But when you see ocean, when you see good weather, and you feel this air different, like everything, I was happy, to be honest. When I just moved, I feel even desperate my what I did. It's like individual cleaner and what tough job, new country, but I think all this new. I like to do something new.
With the work being, from Europe, growing up as a kid, we kind of talked about this before, was you help your parents clean from a very young age.
Yeah, so I just imagine that my mom asked me to clean the house as usual. So it's like, yeah, I just uh, came back to childhood when I need to clean everything. It's nothing special for our country. So all Russian-speaking countries, all kids help their parents, and we like it's a big point. We need to keep our houses clean. It's not doubt. It's not topic for discussion. It's you need to do this. That's it. So yeah, and I hated hated to do this when I was child. Yeah,
As
I
a
still
kid, you want to just be outside, play with your friends, and just do whatever. But when your parents say you got to come in and clean, it's. I remember times when my mom would 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, already with the vacuum, waking me up on the weekend, being like, "Let's go."
yeah, absolutely, yeah, and this is why, like I have contractors, not employees, and they are all Russian speaking, and this is why I understand their background. I know that they can clean very good. So, especially when you are like a more like woman after 30, they have kids, they have this experience of cleaning. It's almost professional cleaners by themselves without teaching.
It's a lot of work, huh? And when
Yeah,
I clean, I sometimes think my mom's over my shoulder yelling, it needs to be better. So I don't know if that's for you or your cleaners as well, but that's when I'm doing it, that's how I feel.
I always was a pretty detailed cleaner. When I was child, I was pretty detailed cleaner, and my mom always said that I do better than she does. So I always try to do better. I mean, I like this different to see different when it was dirty and when it become clean. So yeah, and I always satisfied this process, but it's a long process. It's I couldn't finish like I don't like to finish anything. I like to start. It's with the
And then
new.
go to something else and start there and go. That's, I do the
Yeah,
same thing.
create something new, and
Hmm.
I don't care how it's gonna finish, but I like to start to create. Yeah, it's very
So,
interesting for me.
when did you switch from just cleaning houses on your own to an actual business and start hiring uh, the contractors to work for your business?
I worked as individual cleaner maybe around 1 year, and I always try to improve my skills because it's a pretty um, not very like job where you do always the same. And I wanted to add some education education points to my life, to my work, and I tried to learn how to do it more effectively, how to do it faster, how to do it better. And I learned, I read, and researched. Yeah, and I realized that I want to, when my schedule was full and I realized I can do more. And I actually have never been the cleaner who can clean a lot of houses. So tired, I tired quickly. And when I had too much work during the day, I felt like burned out, and I didn't feel happiness of life, and I don't understand why I need to leave if I don't feel this taste of life. Yeah, and this is why I had to limit it, like maybe 1, 2 houses in a day, and I decided that I don't want to get more. I just want to try find some. I want to try build. I always I thought about building clean company from the beginning because I had entrepreneur experience, and yeah, and I decided first year try to like do different experiments. So I hired some helpers. Maybe I paid them more, but wanted them to. I wanted to see uh, how to teach them, how my clients react on new cleaners, and how it works to work with someone, not by myself. Uh, yeah, but I started more serious, more. mm, Started hired more in the beginning of 2020. I hired my assistant, who's right now my assistant. She was my first contractor who started with me like this serious big journey. And she started right now. She's helping me as my assistant. She doesn't clean, and yeah, and she was my first employee in the beginning of 2020, and. I would say we together hire it and learn how it works. So yeah, it's beginning of
That's a
20.
big deal. So in 3 years, she went from your first contractor to help you clean houses, more houses, and now she's not cleaning, but helping you run the business.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so happy. I'm glad that she is with me because she is actually understand everything. We speak the same language. We know even if something happens, we think the same way. We know each other. She knows how it works, everything, understand. And yeah, and we uh, have this experience when I taught her. She understand what does it mean to be without experience, how to teach new cleaners, how they think, what their fears, what we can do to teach them better, and what we can do to serve our clients better. Yeah, it was pretty cool. And she actually, why I decided to hire her, because she texted me that, oh, I see you hire someone. If you need help with your business, I can help you. I thought, cool. Okay, I like you. Well, I like it's very similar to me, and yeah, I like what you want more than just cleaning. And okay, let's try to work together.
That's almost like family, like a sister who knows if you can't figure something out, she'll figure it out, or you guys just know how well the business can be run together because from being there from the start.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm blessed that she is with me. Yeah.
Definitely great to have somebody like that on your team. Do you remember how much you invested in the business when you first started? Not so much as being the individual cleaner, but when you were ready to start the business.
Hmm. I wouldn't say that I invested a lot of money. Hmm, I even didn't have a website for that time. Maybe free version like Tilda, and I started use Booking Koala in 2021. Yeah, so first year it was just advertising. It was Thumbtack, and that's it. I don't think I invested because it's a contractor. I just bought maybe some cleaning supplies, and I invested to Thumbtack. I didn't do any like big companies, marketing companies. I just at that time when Thumbtack were pretty new and they had very cheaper prices, especially like, I don't know, it's 10 times cheaper than right now. And it was very profitable for me to use them. They gave me great clients. Most of them are still with us. Yeah, and maybe I invested like $200 in months to advertising. That's it. So I didn't do something special, something. I just
Very
invested.
little.
I just invested my time, my efforts. I gave all my houses to my cleaners, so I didn't earn a lot of money in the beginning because I need to teach them, and yeah, it was pretty new and tough. Yeah, but I didn't have some like budget for my business because it always was like steady growth, not something big like changes. So always very um,
So
slow.
almost in a way you could say that you started the business when you were the solo cleaner because you locked those houses down, you had your regular clients, and then when you started hiring out, you just transferred them to those new cleaners.
But actually, I just remember that I moved to another city in the beginning of 2020, and this is why I had to find new clients here. So I used to live in Daytona Beach. It's 1 hour from me right now, so I couldn't serve my clients, and I gave them to my helper, and I get some a little bit money from them for. But most of them I just maybe just sold them. Yeah, and I had to find new clients here in new location, new area. Yeah, and so I just and yeah, I started like I used Thumbtack, worked by myself, and gave all my houses to new cleaner. So and trying to I don't clean and give them as much work as possible.
What about challenges? Everybody's got challenges. What were some of your challenges, either in the beginning or now?
I think I had different challenges for sure, and it's like hiring and complaints and all the stuff. In the early beginning, the beginning of like individual cleaners, maybe my big challenge was my language. So I had to do something to don't show that I don't understand my clients. Yeah, I uh, try try to, but yeah, I try to talk. They were very kind with me. Yeah, but I just dreamed that one day I will be able to understand what they're talking to me. They told about their family, and I didn't understand. I just yes, yes, okay, yeah, and so I wished that one day, right now, sure, that day, but I wanted to understand them better. But anyway, I handled this. I couldn't find clients. They just liked my job, and after that, yeah, it's so. After that, maybe my challenges were like hiring process, find good cleaners and teach them. I could regular stuff for cleaning business. I think staff is most important thing in our business, I think.
What would you say is the biggest difference between your business and your competitors?
I think the main difference is my staff because we are all Russian speaking, and as we already mentioned before, that in our country we clean since childhood, and yeah, and all my cleaners, I think mm, they work very well with I don't need to teach them for long. I know that most of them they are new immigrants, though, so they came here with background, rich background. Most of them were entrepreneurs, I don't know, managers, and they weren't cleaners in our country. They are educated, and they are responsible, and it's and hardworking, and it's a pleasure to work with them. It's really easier to work with them, and I can understand. We can understand each other. So uh, because the same language, we're the same situation in new country, we're immigrants, and yeah, and I provide them, and also like immigrants and the people who changed their life. They came here to the US, and they need just opportunity to work, and they do their best. They just and I provide them work, and in return they give me their excellent work. So I think it's a huge difference, and what difference from other competitors. And yes, we have one disadvantage. It's language barrier. Yeah, but I'm trying to communicate with clients, and so to make sure that everything is uh, that we understand them what we need to do, because our job is not talking, right? We clean, we clean our cleaners, and I know that Americans likes like to talk, but small talk, and we can't provide this. But anyway, our clients like our cleaners. It's they and we it's 21st century. We can use translator. So and they a little bit speak English and they learn English. They getting better and better. So it's not a big disadvantage. We can handle this.
Your leadership style seems to
Um,
be one that's very positive because you hire all the same from a situation that's very similar or identical to yours, right?
Yeah, yes. We are. I think it's like democratic. Uh, I like they are my individual contractors, so I trying to give them their responsibility for houses, for jobs. So I don't want to over control them, but we help them, we support them in this. We provide like we trying to first of all we trying to give them support during their work first, especially when they start, they have some questions. We always helping with the whole situation. They send us pictures. We tell what we can do right now to handle this. So, and during the any situation what happens, they can text us and we quickly resolve the situation for them. And also we have it's it's like a Russian speaking community, so we are friends. We have get-togethers together, so we have holidays together. Yeah, most of them. Even when they leave West, we are still friends. We have like birthdays together, so we are just like community. We are friends, and and my goal to give them support to help them adapt, especially when just they came, they new, they don't know how everything works. And I just try to help them, even I don't know, find apartments, find how insurance work, how all these crazy things in the US works. Like daycare, find daycare, on all this. I'm trying to support them, to help them.
So you're like their mentor almost.
I'm trying. Because I understand how it's what they feel right now, how it's tough. And if
Scared a little bit, probably.
absolutely. And you need to earn money fast. You need to, because most of them have kids. They need to pay rent and find, and not everyone has a husband. So sometimes they are by themselves with kids and uh, need to live, need to survive. And
Absolutely.
it's not it's not that easy. But they
No, definitely not.
but they are all very interesting, and because it's actually with the interesting background. They came here with and they were somebody there, so they just need to start over. It's an interesting time of life when you need to reload, uh, like uh, like erase everything what you knew, what you did, and start from zero. Absolutely.
Right.
And I'm trying to support them in this journey.
Absolutely. With working on the business and helping your cleaners establish a life here, how do you balance work and your personal life? How hard is that for you?
It's very important for me to balance because I'm mom of two kids as well. So, and my husband is a truck driver. He's most of time is not at home. So I kind of single mom with them, and I have to have me time during my work time. So when it's weekdays, because weekends are just for kids. I can't like I can't rest. I can't have my time, me time on weekends, and this is why I have to put in my schedule my like go to gym, go to walk, and times that to live life, not just work, and also my own things. And I try, and this is why, for example, gym helped me to be more energetic, to handle everything. Yeah, and I try to delegate as much as possible. So first of all, I try to atomize as much as possible. If I can atomize, I delegate. If I can delegate, I do it by myself. Yeah, so I'm trying to don't do routine task, operational task. I try to delegate everything, and yeah, because for me, it's more important to give, like, enjoy my life. And maybe I don't do that much money because of this, but I have energy to earn more money in future. So I can invest my time, my energy to create big business, to create something new. So this is my focus, to don't try to earn money by my time. I'm trying to create something bigger to earn more money later. So yeah, and for this I need energy. I need my time.
Where do you find motivation for everything?
In life, I think it's when I do something new, it helps, like moving here and create new business. And right now I also do new thing for me. I just launched online course for cleaners, for immigrants, for Russian speaking people who just came here and want to be or individual cleaners or grow their business, cleaning business there. So I combine all my knowledges, what I did, what they can do, and we just started, and it's a new thing for me, absolutely, and it very motivation for me. So to do something new, and to go into your fears, and mm, it's I trying to do what I afraid of. And for now, this new course, for example, yeah, so my motivation
That's
is new things.
that's fantastic. A lot of people would be, like you said, scared of new things, and they wouldn't try it. But you have it as your motivation, which is really great, and it shows. You moving from a different country, from the other side of the world, to starting a new business here and raising kids while your husband is away a lot of the time. It's definitely a
It's
lot that you're dealing with. It's tough. So you definitely have your motivations, and you're doing fantastic.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's very interesting when you handle with your fears and you do something new. Absolutely, it's really give you power to do more and more. Yeah, but for sure, I need to think about my myself, my body, my mental health, and have me time during all these crazy things, all during all this work, and to keep balance, to don't like find myself burned out. I don't want to do this. So yeah, I just when I just feel that it's getting overwhelmed, I just stop. I just trying to figure this out, because yeah, for me it's most important is to enjoy life.
That's very important. A lot of people go and work so much that they just experience the burnout, and they work through the burnout. They keep burning themselves out more and more, and
Yeah,
they don't really take time to step back and reset, go again, because then they could go further. They just work through the burnout, and they think that's okay, which for them, sure, maybe it's okay, but they could do probably a lot better if they just took a moment to step back and reset and go again.
yeah, absolutely. I think it's not a good idea to like challenge themselves to work that hard, to be overwhelmed and don't enjoy. I know that we need money, we need to, but it's if you earn money and it didn't give you any happiness, do you need this money? Why do you, what is your purpose? Why are you working if you don't enjoy this life? So it's yeah, it's important to understand what you actually want, and if you don't feel don't understand your feelings, that you are tired, so you get something worse later, so like depression, I don't know, anything, any situation get worse if you don't stop on time, when you just felt, oh, something wrong, it's, I don't feel this, I need to give my body, myself rest, and just stop right now, and think what I can do better, what maybe I can do different way, because we have a lot of ways. We can do whatever we want to do. So it's not just what we do right now. It's not the only option. We have a lot of options in the world, and maybe one day we need to stop and choose different option. Maybe we are wrong right now. It's not our right direction. Yeah.
Absolutely. So you have contractors. How many do you have?
Right now it's about 10. Some of them are full-time contractors, some of them part-time. Yeah.
And where do you do your hiring?
Mostly on Facebook, Russian community Facebook groups. So it's not that difficult. I just post that in Russian that I'm hiring, and I have a lot of people who want to work, especially last couple years when it's the situation in our countries crazy. And a lot of people immigrate here, and a lot of people looking for job, and looking for cleaners job here. So it's not a difficult process for me. So a lot of people just right now, for example, a lot of people texting me if you hire him, but for example, I don't hire always. I sometimes I pause when I need to get more job for current cleaners, to give them full schedule. Yeah, and right now it's a lot of people looking for a job.
So one of the biggest challenges that other business owners I've interviewed have said is hiring. That's not the case for you. You found your area of cleaners, and I would say that's your biggest asset, right?
Yeah, for now, yeah, it was tough a couple years ago. I really, it was tough to find good cleaners, and I tried to hire English-speaking cleaners as well. So, but now things changed in our countries, and yeah, it's a lot of people who immigrate from Russian-speaking countries.
The English speaking cleaners that you had versus the Russian ones, how big a difference in cleaning quality was there?
I would say some of English-speaking cleaners were good as well. So they did a great job as well. But maybe um, it's more difficult to communicate with them, to understand them. Mm, and I would say it. If I hired someone new and tried to teach someone without experience, it was longer, it was tougher, it was less successful, and maybe I had to try more people to find the good one. So I had pretty I had a good English-speaking cleaners as well, but when they left, I realized that we have a lot of right now Russian-speaking, and I decided to keep hired only Russian-speaking. I don't like to compare. All people are good. Yeah, just different a little bit. Yeah, and for me it's easier and less training time for Russian speaking cleaners for sure.
Are you always hiring, or is there a time where you just aren't waiting to hire?
Yeah, I'm not always hiring because right now I'm the only one who train them, and I don't have that a lot of time. I just take 1, 2 cleaners, teach them, train them, and yeah, and then we need time to. I don't have a high turnover, so most of my cleaners work for during like years with me, and this is why I don't need to hire continuously. So um, we, everyone, so we don't have turnover in our company, and this is why I don't need to hire always.
So you have figured a way to keep your cleaners for a long time. You're not having problems with hiring and then training and then letting them go and restarting.
Yeah, this is my goal to keep them as long as possible, and this is why I pay more them than average market. And even when they already, I don't know, learn English and already live here a couple years and established there, so everything is okay in their life. They still keep working with me because they are not able to find more better job. Like, I mean, they can't earn more money. They don't want to go to like 10, 12, $15 per hour in I don't know, maybe a store on somewhere, because yeah, so it's they earn here good money and they don't want to lose this opportunity. So yeah, even if this work is tough physically, but money is a good reason to stay with our company, to work with us, and our relationship, our we are they are really in supportive environment. They like this. Yeah.
How long is your hiring process? Is it a couple days, a week, like when you hire them to the end of their training?
Uh, I try to send them to a house almost right away. So I just show basic things like what we use, basic cleaning supplies, what you don't, what you are not allowed to do, and what you need to do. And we go to house, to real house with the cleaner, and I show them what I do and I see how they do. And it's about like couple houses we will clean together. Then they clean and I supervise them. And then maybe week, maybe 2, and it's not every day. We can't find every day for them house where client doesn't mind that someone come new. So we try to find this house where clients are okay, maybe when nobody at home or something like that, to make sure that clients are comfortable with our process. Yeah, and um, after that, when they are ready to clean by themselves, they clean by themselves, and I come at the end to check that everything is good. Yeah, and it actually depends on ability of cleaner. So it can be 1 week, it can be months. It depends on how they perform. Yeah. So
With your clients now, is it hard to find your customers? Where are you marketing and what tools are you using for marketing?
uh, I'm trying to getting better in finding clients. Right now, I use Google Local, and mm, it's uh, it's in and also I use free method like word of mouth and Google Maps. I have Instagram account or Facebook account, but I didn't get clients from there. But I want to focus this year in 2024. I want to focus on maybe targeting. So I found uh, uh, people who can help me with marketing. Yeah, and I want to try new strategies this year. So I always used like safe ways to find clients. Don't spend, because I tried to do like companies in Google Ad, and I lost couple thousand of dollars, and realized, oh my gosh, I can do this. Because in when I did these companies in Belarus for my online store, it worked. But here it doesn't work, so I do something wrong. Okay, I can't handle it by myself. I need help. Yeah, and I stopped for a while. And this year, I focus on new ways to find clients, and mostly it's because of my course, and I want to make my students. I want them to have successful clean business, and I want to have partnership with them. And my one of my goal and plan to create a way to find uh, clients like with targeting or any other way. So I'm working with a marketolog, and we want to create this way to have a stable flow of clients, so we can sell a kind of franchising. Yeah, and this is my goal for this year, to focus on new ways. And I'm trying new mentorship programs, and I'm thinking about. So I want to learn new from someone who more successful than me, and to get help from more uh, who is professional in marketing, because always I did it by myself. I'm not a marketolog. I'm entrepreneur. I'm asking right now help, and I'm gonna try new ways.
Wonderful. Do you have any partnerships with local businesses in the area, realtors or anything like that?
No, actually not. I thought about this. It's quite of challenging for me because of my English. I not feel very confident. Yeah, but I want to try. Maybe it's not my first focus for this year. But I want to try maybe partnership with realtor offices and something like that. But for right now, not. I don't have any partners.
Is the area in Florida that you're in, are there a lot of Russian speaking people that are from the US, not that came over?
I wouldn't say that it's a lot of. It's not Miami. It's Orlando. Yeah, but it looks like I found new groups of Russian-speaking women, and I realized that they saw a lot of them everywhere. Yeah, maybe I don't know about them. Yeah, but it's I don't hear Russian-speaking speech on the streets, so
So
it's not.
it's not as predominant as Miami, like you said.
Miami and New York. Yeah, when I was in New York, I heard Russian speech everywhere. Like what? Why? Yeah, it's so weird. Yeah, that when you speak other language, you can talk whatever you want to talk, and especially when you're around English-speaking people, so you can tell whatever you want. And one moment when you realize that someone understands you, oh my gosh, what I just said, I need to be careful what I'm saying.
That's how it is in Chicago. You walk around and a, a lot of different languages are spoken, but Polish is definitely a big one. So
Oh,
you got,
really?
like you said, you got sometimes you got to watch watch what you say because you could be saying something and a lot of people will understand what you're saying. Um,
Belarusian language is very similar to Polish. Yeah,
yes,
it's it's very close countries, and right now a lot of my friends immigrate to Poland. Yeah, it's
it's
uh,
very, very similar. So sometimes
yeah,
I'll hear a couple words and I'll think it's Polish, but then the more somebody talks, it's not. It's either Ukrainian or
Ukrainian.
Russian.
Yeah, so definitely.
Revenue wise, what did you do last year in 2023 in total revenue?
It was 330,000. Yeah. Mhm. And
Excellent.
yeah, I see that I just when I prepared to the interview, I checked my numbers and I saw that yeah, each year I grow maybe for 40%. So it's yeah, I always thought that I quite the same, but I when I saw the numbers, I don't very good. I'm good with numbers, but I don't like to analyze them to close attention to them. So I have all different tables, Google tables with all uh, uh, information about I don't know how many bookings, how many clients pay, average check, and all this information. But I don't have energy to analyze this and implement to my business, and this is why yeah I also looking for help to help me with these numbers. Yeah, but I can count, but I can't use this.
That's 330 is great numbers. 10 cleaners is great. Do you know how much revenue you've done since you started in total?
I see it's from 2020. It's 830 thousand. Yeah, 830.
So in 3 years, 830 total.
Yes.
Wow.
Mhm.
Fantastic numbers. I love to hear it.
It's
Oh,
not 3 years, it's 4 years. Three, like first year it was 100,000, and after that bigger. Yeah, it's 4 years actually.
so you roughly grow 40% year over year since you started.
Yeah, I see first year it was 70% and then 40% for 40%. Yeah. So
Wow.
it's steady
Do you know
growth.
what you're expected to do this year?
I hope the same speed, 40%. It's
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
It's,
fantastic.
it looks
Normally people are looking for 10, but you're doing four times as much at
I
least,
think
which is
it's possible that if I did this, why not? Why not? Maybe I
yeah.
will manage. Yeah, I'm
What do
just
you plan for? What is your like financial numbers that you I know you say you're good with numbers, but you don't like to analyze them. Are there certain things that you must for you there's a must that you have to look at and be like, okay, we need to do this or improve here better, like with recurring customers or more first time customers.
yeah. So as I mentioned, I don't analyze them very carefully. I just see global trends. So and anyway, I see that most of customer stay longer with us. So I want to maybe focus on looking for new customers because, and I want to implement something to keep our customers longer with us. But most my efforts I want to put into finding new clients. Yeah, so I just see global trends with my numbers, but maybe I miss something. I definitely miss something and don't count something. And yeah, so I need to work on it. I, I need some help.
Do you know the percentage of one-time customers versus recurring?
Yeah, let me check. One sec.
And you have Booking Koala running in the background, so you can check the numbers.
But they don't. But these numbers I trying to see in my other in my just tables where I counting this. Yeah, so let me check average ones. Uh, so yeah, if we have like kind of most of our clients are recurring customers, so like maybe kind of 86, it's December 83, it's recurrent customers, and just 10 maybe one time. Yeah, so most of our clients are with us for years. Well, actually, they just leave when something happened in their life, like lost job and moving and something like that. So I see that they are most satisfied with our service, and so I can be proud of this.
Absolutely. That's almost out of 100 customers, 80 something. So you're at like 83% recurring and
Yeah,
10 to 13 one time.
yeah. So
Definitely great. So you know, with that, you know how much money you will have every month. You're
yeah,
not worried.
yeah,
A lot of companies have more so one-time customers, and they struggle getting the recurring customers. So it's harder for them to plan and project going forward what they could do for marketing. But in your case, now it's you have the money and just work on marketing to get new customers.
yeah, yes. This is my goal to make as much as most of my clients need to be my recurring customers. Yeah, because um, for me, I don't see it's profitable to find new one time, like moving out cleaners and something like that. I don't like to do advertising for this type of job because it's just one time, and also it's a lot of headache to do this type of cleaning. We are good to do this. Sometimes we do this if someone hire us, and we don't mind. But I don't want to focus on it because it's always unpredictable time. So I'm afraid too that this price is underestimate, and with recurring clean, everything is perfect. It just and cleaners like to do this. It's easier, it's faster. It's this house. I remember when I was a cleaner, how it's easier to work house which you know already. So it's less stress for you because you know how to clean this, and I realized that for them it's easier and more profitable. So I don't need to spend money to find new clients. So yeah, they are for. I just try to do some more maybe services for them to sell more for already existent clients. Yeah.
Easier for your cleaners because with recurring clients, you know, they already know how the home is going to be. If it's every week or every 2 weeks, they do the initial deep clean or they do one deep clean every 3 months. But those cleans in between, much
Yeah,
easier. So a
absolutely.
lot faster for them to take care of it.
Yeah, and for us, like for my assistant, she doesn't need to. We don't need to like talk a lot of with clients. It's just regular job. It's easy peasy. Because always we have some issues with them, say have some something what we need to solve when it's one time cleaning, first cleaning. So we need something like you can, for example, you clean that bathtub and it didn't, the dirt don't come off. You need to tell this to the client that it's not possible to clean it. Any all the things you need to communicate with client. You need to explain something. You need to, first time it's always like selling process. You need to work on it. Yeah, and after that you just earn finally you earn money after first job. And this is why for one time job it's like a lot of work and profit not that great, but
Right.
it's not that but it's not that bad, so we are good to work, but not like I don't want to have them a lot of this type of clients. Yeah.
You want to turn them into weekly.
Yes, absolutely.
Weekly is best.
And maybe several times per week. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I like this. Yeah, I want to. We had this service like several. I like this client who likes to get cleaning several times per week, like for like mom help, because most of mom needs some help, even not like even cleaning, like put stuff on their places, organizing small after the kids. Yeah, and I think it's a good thing as well. So I want it's also I want to make this service like new service because I think it's very profitable to do more often cleanings, maybe for less money, but more often. Yeah, we had some this type of clients, but not that much, and I think it's a good idea to get more.
Do
Mm.
you have any clients currently that are multiple times per week?
Right now, not. They just switch to every week, but we had several of them during the year. Yeah, and it was a good experience. But right now they decided to switch. It's my money question. Yeah, they decided to save a little bit to move to more expensive houses.
Sure.
And, yeah, and I absolutely understand them. Yeah, but it's we had this experience, and I think it's also very good for cleaners and for clients as well.
Where do you see the business in the next 5 to 10 years? Where would you like it to be?
I want to create franchising or partnership. Yeah, it's what is my goal, what I'm going right now. So with my course, I want to see successful cleaning business owners near me and create this partnership community of Russian-speaking business owners and help each other and help with find clients as well. So kind of franchising or partnership system. So it's what my it's where it's my aim. Yeah, I want to help as much people as possible. I really like to. My passion is what I enjoy in my job is helping people, helping my cleaners, and I want to help more people, not just in my company, but online and in the US, uh, to be successful here, to live their best life and don't care about money, so to be able to earn good money to for living.
You were talking earlier about having a lot of automations and delegating tasks. How
Mhm.
much of the automations are you using in your business?
Most of my automation is booking koala. I love I think it's a game changer for my business when I found this. Yeah, it's so easy and it's a great thing for me. It's so helpful, and also I use some features that I don't have in Booking Koala. I have to use in other, like I create some workflows with Zapier and Trello and these things. And some Google tables where I need to calculate something what I don't have in Koala reports. Yeah, but most of my things Koala does.
Excellent. When did you sign up with us? When did you start using Booking Koala?
In the beginning of 2021, January 2021, yeah, I decided to switch to Booking Koala. Yeah, and it really was game changing. I so tired of do it by, I did it in Google, so just by myself, and I hate these routine processes. Yeah, and I was happy when it was actually atomized.
So you were just using Google spreadsheets and documents and keeping everything in there.
Yeah, Google. Yeah, I used Google's spreadsheets. Yeah, and all this information I just created uh, how it's convenient for me. But anyway, I need to put information by my hands, and it's not very convenient. Yeah, and finally, Booking Koala helped me to. Uh, and I didn't have a lot of cleaners in 2020, so just three, maybe four. Yeah, right now it's 10, and it's more cleanings. I don't know how would you. I think it's impossible to do without any software.
What was one of the main features that made you, I guess in your scenario, you didn't come from another software. You were doing everything manually, so just finding
Yeah.
a software to hold
Yeah.
everything and do it helped you a lot.
Yeah, when I was looking, I compared and I tried to find. I like that Booking Koala focusing on cleaning businesses and made for cleaning businesses, and I don't need to adapt it for cleaning businesses. It's already for us. Actually, I was when I try, I started to looking for, to be honest, platform where website where it would be able to calculate the price, because I always compared businesses in Belarus and Russia. We have much more automatization. It's all website is calculate the price, so all automated. So we don't have like call us and we give you free estimate. It was so weird for me. So it's like why I need to call if I can do it on website. It's so easier. I don't need to do any uh, extra actions. Yeah, but I realize that it's in the US, so it's different rules, and here clients like to talk. But yeah, my main goal was I wanted to do it. It's if I always compared businesses to do business in the US. In our countries, it's a big difference. Here, it's way easier. So in our countries to sell something, because it's people they don't have a lot of money, and to sell them something you need to be unique. You need to be creative to show how good are you. So it's the quality of service is higher in our countries than here. So here, especially in Florida, you just if you show up, it's so cool. You are a good cleaning company. You just showed up. Yeah, so it's you don't need to be create. You don't have to. If you are creative, you can get more. So yeah, and here it's way easier to do something, and way easier to get money from people. They spend money easier than in our countries, and this is why I try to took from our experience. I wanted to do most of automatization on my website, and just Booking Koala met my needs that they had website with the calculating the price, and I saw that they have scheduling, or they have a lot of uh, um, reports and all the stuff full of and I like that it's from from clean business, so they did it for themselves, and just expand this. And I liked how I tried. I tested every something different, and I it was important for me to have to be able to um, to put contractors to make different teams. So not like my cleaners work independent, sometimes together and sometimes not. So it's great that I can add them. So it's works in Booking Koala works perfect because I saw in different in what I tested, and I didn't have all features I needed. Yeah, and if we talk about what's the most useful for me is scheduling. Yeah, it's I think it's I don't know how to handle it without Booking Koala.
So
Yeah.
your favorite thing would just be the scheduling feature within the
Yeah,
software.
yeah, yeah, and how everything automates all payments, and I don't need to care about all this. Everything works smoothly, and yeah, I like it.
What's the one of the features that we don't have that you're using Zapier or something else to get done? What's something that you would like to see us add in?
I want to see more payment options, not just cash and check. I want to see Venmo, Zelle, and I want to track all payments right now, especially checks and cash. So my cleaners accept check and cash, and I'm waiting for when they give it to me, and I need to track where is check right now, what is the sum of the checks, because sometimes it's included tips, and so I need to track where is it right now. So right now, yeah, I use the peer for um, transfer all bookings with tag, check, or cash, and create in Trello task that for cards for each check and cash, and we track where is right now where this check or cash right now. So what is the status, like received or cashed, or yeah, because if we're talking about check, I need to get it, we need to charge it in Booking Koala, and we need to cache it. It's so several actions, and I don't want to lose anything. Like, yeah, and I want to track this all information about payments.
Last question. What
Mhm.
would you tell yourself when you were 10 years old? If you could talk to yourself when you were 10 years old, what would you tell her? What advice would you give her?
For 10 years old, for this baby
A
kid.
little baby, right?
So just you are great. You're so beautiful. You are so cool. You are doing great, and just live your best life. Don't care. You're gonna be successful. You're gonna live whatever you want to be, want to live. So don't dream, and follow your dreams. And everything is possible. What you can imagine in your head, everything is possible.
Absolutely. And you are 100% doing that. Moving from a different country, multi-business owner, doing outstanding numbers, helping, women come from the same country and establish their lives here. You are wonderful mother, a wonderful mentor, wonderful business owner. So that advice that you gave your 10-year-old self just now, you are doing all those things. So it
Thank you.
has been a pleasure to interview you and get your story, and keep
Thank
up the wonderful work because you are doing absolutely amazing.
Thank you so much. It was very nervous for me to do this because I understand that I speak with a lot of mistakes, but I hope
No,
you.
you did fantastic.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It was really, thank you for inviting me. It was my big, like my big achievement to take. It's even more scary, scary in good way than even launch my course. Yeah, it's actually, it was a big, huge step for me.
Excellent. I'm glad that I could be a part of it. And hopefully, in a year or two, we can come back, interview you again, and see where the business is at then. Maybe you'll be closer to your franchising model.
I hope it will.
Yes,
Something that
absolutely.
yes, yeah, everything you saw we're growing 40%, so we're gonna grow more and more.
Wonderful. Everyone, stay tuned next week for another episode of the Qualified Podcast.